too hard on your lollipop, love's gonna get you down. Sucking too hard on your lollipop, love's gonna get you down. Say love, oh, love's gonna get you down.
Hello, I'm the Soda, and I'm here to tell you what I and everyone else in my family can cause. We can be so addictive for some people. Even the simple sound of our cover being open is enough to make your mouth fills with water. Some of my brothers are apparently diet, but you may believe that diet sodas were made for those who want to lose weight. But science says that what happens is exactly the opposite. Because even though they are zero in light, have substances that mimic the sugar, causing the body to understand that glucose is being absorbed. What occurs naturally in me and all others like me is a teeny fraction compared to the quantities of syrup, flavorings, acidulants, sugars, colorings, and sweeteners existing in liquids. In short, we are composed of a lot of chemistry that can be used even to dissolve a mouse and bones. And yes, can cause many health problems. I contain a most nutritional value. The glue variation, especially as I have a large amount of phosphates, which in excess causing weakening of the bones through calcium release. This it facilitates the incidence of bone disease such as osteoporosis. If I consume excessively, can have it at all what I mentioned earlier, and also consuming may result in fluid retention, visible swelling of the legs and lower limbs, impairment of the gastrointestinal tract, sensation of fullness during the meal, stomach discomfort. I know that many can resist me, but for the good of all, opt for my cousins, juice, and preferable natural fruits.
We are the lollipops. You already know that we have a sugar, make you fat and give you caries. But because nobody speaks of this and artificial flavoring that we have chemicals that cause neurological problems such as mental retardation and syndrome attention deficit, cause diabetes, problems of the thyroid gland, and even cancer. In our composition, there are presence of these bright blue that can cause skin irritations and bronchial constriction when associated with other dyes that has already been banned in Germany, Austria, France, Belgium, Norway, Sweden, and Switzerland, and the dye red 40 that can cause hyperactivity in children when associated with sodium benzoate that was also banned in Germany, Austria, France, Belgium, Denmark, Sweden, and Switzerland.
We are the snacks, and we should not be consumed frequently, because we have a large amount of fat, sodium, and preservatives. Consuming meat in excess can bring a risk to health. In 100 grams, I have half the salt that people can eat in only one day. We are sources of monosodium glutamate, which our body uses as a transmitter of nervous impulses in the brain, and my consumption has been associated with learning disabilities, Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, and cancer. In addition, we have trans fat, and studies have proven that we have increased your levels of bad cholesterol, LDL, and we reduce the good cholesterol, HDL. Over time, this can cause heart diseases such as myocardial infarction and stroke, which can kill you. In the United States, each American eats 10 kilos of snakes per year. In Brazil, is 1 kilo per year.
We are the cookies that, in addition to the excessive sugar, really too much saturated fat, which favors that increase the LDL and decrease the HDL. The imbalance in the rates of cholesterol is a risk factor for the occurrence of serious cardiovascular diseases. And to top it off, the additives used to give us color are also harmful to your health and are associated with hyperactivity and attention deficit. Our family is equivalent in calories to a meal. In your packaging and your advertisement says that we are rich in iron, potassium, protein, phosphorus, calcium, and fiber. But for a good result, the intake of these nutrients would need to eat a lot.
Hi, I am sharing gum and I'll tell a bit of my history and show that not everything is pure joy. It started with some wood people who shared tree sap, usually to clean death and freshen breath. The people today consume me for the same reason. Americans chew approximately 300 pieces in a year, and they have more than 1 million varieties to choose from. But I consume excessively can cause many complications. Some examples are the temporomandibular joint dysfunction. The sharing continues if shell sharing on one side can only occur a dysfunction in the jaw and may cause headaches, touch. Dental caries. My sweet and tastes good and my many colors only exist on account of sugars, coloring, and flavoring that I have. They make me really a delight, but contain a quantity too right of cheese products, facilitates the increase of caries. Gastritis. Sharing constantly causes the stomach to work, releasing enzymes that can cause gastritis. For the fact of being occurring there, sharing without having anything in the stomach. So, be very careful when consuming meat and prefer fruits that do very well and their sweetness.